And remember, always to be sensible. Seek out the credible official information because knowledge is power.
Yeah. Go on, mute ya, go on. Ease yourself, just keep it calm, mute ya, star. Only put pressure and I'm gone. One time it hard to carry on. No need no girl for turn to no man for talk to. Feelings hurt on the journey so far.
Wagwan Success family, this is O. Hope you all doing alright. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure to subscribe to get all our latest videos. DPP Paula Llewellyn will be fired from the DPP office this Friday, or she might just have a fighting chance. This is a war between JLP and PNP over Paula Llewellyn to remain in office or kick her out. So the tenure of DPP Paula Llewellyn was extended by the Jamaican Labour Party, allowing the DPP to remain in office beyond her 65th birthday. This extension has always been challenged by the PNP as unconstitutional, arguing that it breaches separation of powers. I did a video titled DPP versus Ketty and Pike. Go and check out that video. DPP Ketty and Pike challenged Paula Llewellyn extension in the DPP office. So the PNP government right now is arguing that DPP Paula Llewellyn time was extended for improper purposes, improper reasons. The first thing that came to mind when I heard the news is how will it affect Vybz Kartel Retrial hearing, and I will tell you how. Wait, does this mean that L.A. Lewis Obia is working? Because the Constitutional Court of Jamaica is set to issue a crucial ruling on the legality of a second extension to the tenure of DPP Paula Llewellyn. The ruling will take place this Friday and its top priority on the Supreme Court civil list for that day. The PNP party is putting pressure on JLP and Paula Llewellyn actions, and they insist that the extension allowing the DPP to continue in office beyond her 65th birthday was not of any good reason at all. Therefore, it's in violation of the country's supreme law. So Phillip Paulwell, the leader of opposition business in the House, along with Peter Bunting and his Senate counterparts, have all argued that the amendment facilitating this extension undermines the principle of separation of power. Let me just explain what that means, because a lot of people will not understand. Typically, the executive, legislative, and judicial branches each have their own responsibility. Now, this division of power to each of these branches is to prevent one branch from becoming too powerful, where they will abuse authority. Now, Phillip Paulwell is saying DPP Paula Llewellyn holds significant power in the justice system, where she is responsible for making decisions independently from political influence, because the office of the DPP is there to uphold the rule of law. Now, by extending DPP Paula Llewellyn time in office beyond the retirement age, he is concerned that this action compromises the independence of the DPP office, because independence is important for the DPP office to carry out their duties free from external pressure or influence, especially from the ruling government, which is the JLP party. Phillip Paulwell is exposing the Jamaican Labour Party for their involvement in DPP Paula Llewellyn extended time. Because watch this, the legislator who passes laws, which would be those involved in extending DPP Paula Llewellyn time in office, and the executive who would enforce her time in office, should not get involved with the functions of the judiciary branch and independent prosecutorial authorities, which is Paula Llewellyn, because doing this undermines the integrity and the principle of separation of power. I hope that explains it a little bit. Now, the PNP contends that this amendment goes against the spirit of the Jamaican Constitution. On the opposing side, lawyers representing JLP, including King's Counsel Alan Wood, have advocated for the rejection of what they label as a radical argument to put forth by the PNP. Now, Alan Wood, representing JLP, said the DPP extension aligns with the official government policy of increasing the retirement age of public officials to 65. The JLP party said this extension does not conflict with any explicit constitutional provisions, nor does it weaken the DPP office. JLP is rejecting claims that the extension breaches the separation of power, which I already explained what that means, because Alan Wood does not think it interferes with Paula Llewellyn power, nor does it subject the office of the DPP to political control. So it's basically saying we extending the DPP time does not mean we will control the DPP office as the government. Alright, so let me know in the comment section if the government is trying to control the DPP office by doing her this favor. And to add to that, Alan Wood is asking the Supreme Court judges to not look too deep into the motives behind the amendment once it has been shown that they follow proper constitutional procedures. The ruling on this matter will be delivered by Justice Sonia Wint Blair, Simone Wolfe Rees, and Tricia Hutchinson Shelley. The PNP's legal team is led by King's Counsel Michael Hilton and attorney Kevin Powell, Duane Hallin, and Tamira Mason. They're all actively right now representing the PNP party interest, challenging the extension of Paula Llewellyn. Andrew Owen's administration and the Attorney General are represented by King's Counsel Alan Wood, Ransford Braham, Nico Pagan, and Catherine Williams in support of Paula Llewellyn extension and her legality of that extension. So the outcome of this ruling is extremely important because it could lead to DPP Paula Llewellyn stepping down from office and head into retirement if the PNP wins this case. Now I want to talk about what this could mean for Vybz Kartel and his retrial hearing June 10. DPP Paula Llewellyn is prepared to submit arguments to the Court of Appeal for a retrial in Vybz Kartel case, but as things stands, she might not even be there anymore because she will be forced into retirement with this decision by the Supreme Court, because the PNP is relentless and putting pressure on the DPP and the Jamaica Labour Party. Now, DPP Paula Llewellyn being forced to retirement will drastically decrease the possibility of the prosecution fight against Vybz Kartel, because remember, DPP Paula Llewellyn has been instrumental in leading the prosecution case against Vybz Kartel for all these years. So her departure will definitely result in a loss of critical expertise and leadership that has been developed over the years, and her handling of this high profile case is unmatched, right? So Paula Llewellyn leaving could disrupt the prosecution strategy and their approach in Vybz Kartel case, because her understanding of the details towards Vybz Kartel case, it will be a hard task for the prosecution to replace Paula Llewellyn if she were to step down, and all this will be in favor of Vybz Kartel. It seems like L.A. Lewis Obia finally a payoff, because first it was petition arguments, now it's getting her completely out of the DPP office. Somebody could call L.A. Lewis right now because this need crowd. If the DPP is not there, how will the prosecution prepare a compelling case against Vybz Kartel when we know Paula Llewellyn is the mastermind behind everything? Now, the DPP office will need a new DPP, so subscribe and turn the post notification on, and I will tell you who this new DPP might be, because I have a few, people in mind. And I will drop that video separately, so that video is dropping tomorrow. Also, the DPP might face trouble in her cartel case, but I'm not sure if that will even happen, because as things stands right now, her fate hangs in the balance. Her fate is in the Supreme Court judge's hands, and the DPP office will have to find a new DPP fast. Question for you all now. No subscribe yet. No like the video. No rate me, No come from planet Earth. Share the video and also look out for the other video them when we go drop for the rest of the week, and when them give the decision in Paula Llewellyn case, me go also react to that, break it down if me need to break it down, or talk about it if me need to talk about it. You see me? So big up everybody. We share, like and comment. As always, I'm out.